Welcome to Ravens Over. Please subscribe to my channel, also hit the notification bell, like this video, and share. I don't hate you for being straight, so why you hate me for being gay? Then we have the Two-Spirit Woman. Stop killing transgender people. R.I.P. Rest in peace. Why are we still putting rest in peace when they've still been killing us of color of years? We have to fight back. I'm so tired of putting R.I.P. Rest in peace, my sisters. We have to be the soldiers for these fallen angels. These dolls have been plucked from the garden. R.I.P. once again, stop killing transgender women. But yet still, the journey still goes on. We have to be the messenger with a message that if you mess with one of us, we're coming after you. Trans lives matter. We as humans that look into the faces of the beloved ones that has been murdered, saying, stop killing transgender people. Yet and still, we the only one seems to be listening. Our sisters and our trans brothers has been murdered, and yet we burn another candle. Rest in peace, my sister. But yet and still, we're reporting more deaths. We have to do more than just that. We have to be the soldiers for these fallen angels. We have to get the message out. We have to have someone to stand up there and basically fight for their life. Because in death they can't do anything. So we're more than rest in peace, because they're still being murdered. Still being murdered. But rest in peace, my sister. I will not rest in peace till my sisters stop being murdered. I will not stop blogging until my sisters stop being murdered. And I want you to share every video I get when it comes to these beautiful women being murdered, where they've been jumped on and beat on the street and end up dead, like Malaysia Booker. Like Layland ended up dead inside of a Rikers Island in New York City. A woman was out on the hanging out, laughing and smiling. Next thing you know, we see her once again. She is now murdered. T.T. Dangerfield. Life was before her. So many trans women has been murdered. That's why I put black transgender women. I will not stop. So sorry. My heart is closed until further notice. Hashtag R.I.P. Stop killing my transgender women. My transgender sisters. They deserve to be here like everyone else. And I'm tired of singing the same song that has no lyrics that go to these dead bodies that's no longer breathing life into this world we call free. Welcome to
Hey, what's up? How you doing? How you been? What's going on? What's good? Are you getting it in? Somebody getting it for you? What's going on, people?
subscribe to my channel. What's going on, people? It is a day of another day that we call Monday. Anyway, being said, what's going on, people? Hopefully everybody's doing everything as far as being safe in this world we're living in, and knocking down doors and making your dreams come true and practicing ignore. Now I want to talk about something in reference to why I do the trans murders. This is the thing. I want you to work with me here. When I started doing the murders of the Two-Spirit Women, it was not something I planned on doing as far as it's going on. I always feel like everything was set up and I was just following through the path that I was already sent to do. If you go over to my beginning of the video, now if you look, there's nothing on the walls, there's nothing there. It's just plain. This is how it all started from the beginning to now. Already orchestrating to the level that it is now, and the room, the way it started before, or where it is now. Now, I did not know a lot of girls being murdered and stuff like that, and I became more consumed with it because I was shocked. Everything about that girl was the mirror image of me. And when I went to girls and stuff that was talking in reference to, you know, when they passed on, they put R.I.P., whoever the case may be. And I was like, well, what happened to her? Give me more information so we could do something. I never got any help. They didn't respond. Some girls did, but that was further down the line, but really not that much. They just gave me a link, and I had to do the research. But a lot of girls that you think are rocking with you the way you think they are, they're really not rocking with you in your death. So when I go to them and have conversation with them to try to find out what happened to you, you know, not you, but you know what I mean, whatever happened to the person that's passed over, they don't want to share anything with me. Now my whole thing is this: you would rather put R.I.P., but you don't want to share what happened to her. You want to do anything to find out who her killer is. You don't want to do anything as far as getting him captured, get him put behind bars. You just want to put R.I.P. and that's it. And that was problematic to me because, like I said before, those girls have families. Those girls' friends and family needed her to come home, whatever the case may be. And to sit up there always putting up R.I.P. does nothing but just R.I.P. A couple of weeks later, basically, if you got lucky, they won't be talking about you anymore. I put the video together and stuff like that because I feel like a lot of times people make it much more visual, that I don't want to sit and read this whole thing. I'm going to listen to what Baby has to say, and I read it the best way I can. Sometimes criticize, no, I'm not the best at what I do, but like I said before, I'm only following the path that was given to me to do. It was not a path I chosen. Now, some things you may not realize is that there are a lot of girls more than you think that are that's dead. I have not even done videos on them. I went to the people and asked them to help me find out their story. They refused to help me. So when I go to these burial grounds, when I speak, when I go to the girls and dig up the burial bones and the things that happened to her, I put the whole production together myself. One person, non-monetary value, no money, no nothing, and I put it together the best way I can to present her life to you so you get an idea what happened to her. R.I.P. does nothing. I tag the police, I tag Crime Stoppers, I tag everything I can to get whoever killed this girl brought to justice. And I thank you for all the ones that's the soldiers that's basically running and trying to make sure these videos get out. Because my personal opinion, I personally feel you are the reason why a lot of these guys have been captured. It sounds as if you don't make a lot of noise, people just let it go away under the rug. And parents and stuff has contacted me behind the scenes and told me thank you. Family have contacted me behind the scenes. Sisters and brothers have contacted me behind the scenes and said thank you. When nobody's talking about it, and I thank you for taking up the story. Let me say something. Unfortunately, we live in a world where if it don't make enough noise, it goes unsound. Let's think about this. There are so many other people that's passed over. No one's even talking about it. I can go on channel to channel to channel, they're not talking about it. And I cover a lot of different things, not just two spirits. I talk about a lot of different things. But unfortunately, when they say, well, maybe you need to do good stories, how can I do good stories when people don't even care about good stories? Whenever I do stuff as far as good stories and progress, stuff like that, y'all pay that no mind. Another thing I don't like, whenever I do stories on the white trans women or the white gay people, y'all don't pay that any mind either. And I don't understand why it's a disconnect there. Do we do racism within the LGBT too? We don't stick together within that. We're still carrying that narrative over to this too. I found it unsettling. I did this story about a woman that was murdered. She was a lesbian woman of color. She was white. And I was attacked so much by the white people on doing this story for her. And I've been attacked a lot of times from the white people for doing stories on lesbians and gays. And it bothers me so bad. This is a person that was living. This girl needed her family, needed her to come home. And I find it amazing that the negativity that comes with someone's death is so unhearteningly, for me to sit and have to witness this, I become less present. I have to become less present. Then, you know, you got the naysayers and I'm good and burning, you know. I have to listen to this stuff saying, but if this was your mother, if this was your sister, you would be so upset. Then I go to these people and I try to talk to them, you know, not the women, but the ones who's on our two-spirit women that's been murdered. They don't want to help me. They don't want to help me. So guess what I have to do? I have to start digging. Because R.I.P. does nothing. R.I.P. does nothing. Just as already, just because, God forbid, Raven got murdered, R.I.P., okay, bye. That's it. When you create noise, people listen. When y'all take the videos and y'all share them, people listen. In volume, in unity, we could get a message out and we can share things, but we can't share things just saying R.I.P. RIPing, and then you're doing nothing. You're doing zero. You're not doing anything for her life. You're not doing anything for her death. You just put an RP. It doesn't make you feel good just doing that. You need to go after these guys. You need to go after why this girl was murdered. You need to find out why she was murdered. You need to sit this information out and sit this information to let everybody know. But a lot of y'all don't do that. I do that. I call it the grave digger because I have to go to her grave. Means I have to go through, find out what actually what she went through, and look at pictures of her and everything about her life. I'm not going to share with them. Share with y'all only because I know negative people going to be on the page just looking for some dirt just to throw up, just to blame her for her death. So I have to look over a lot of things. I have to look over the misgendering. I have to look over how she made her living. I have to look over a lot of different things, and I have to understand a lot of things. I have to walk through life in compassion. But y'all just don't understand that part because all you do is just press play. It is a lot of journalism that takes place when I'm doing these stories. And I have to say allegedly or sometimes, because some things are not always accurate, and a lot of times websites are doing clickbait and stuff like that. But these girls needed to come home. And if it was you, you would wish that someone would fight for you as hard as I do with no money. Usually if you're not paying somebody, they're like, well, let somebody else do it. And I do it. And I've done countless and countless and countless of deaths, which you could go to my page and got receipts. Sure, you may not like it, but at the end of the day, if you want entertainment, go to somebody else's page. There's tons to choose from. If you want to stay alive, you come on my page. It's just that simple. I'm not here with a gun in your head telling you got to listen what I'm trying to tell you. I put it out there. If you want to take it to it and say, well, let me find out what's going on with my sisters or my two spirit brothers, I'm going to go to Raven's page, and usually 9 times out of 10, someone done sent me an article. Somebody's telling me something, Raven, do this, Raven, do that, and I done did it. Did it. And the thing is that sometimes people just don't understand how much work it goes into journalism work and making sure things are accurate and things line up and things. It is heartbreaking when I have to sit back and see people say RIP. What are you doing with RIP? We need to find out who's killing our sisters. That's why I got so upset when it came to the Breakfast Club and stuff, and it was like, well, I really don't know. What do you mean you don't know? That bothers me because that girl is the mirror image of you. And maybe sure I overreact. Maybe sure I get my feelings. But that girl was my little baby sister, and she's murdered. And at that point, and I'm thinking in my life, she's turned around and this person got a gun on her, looking at her, that got her guard down, said he was her friend, and now killing her. And y'all can't understand why. But y'all pick the narratives that she must be doing something bad. And a lot of times they were not. And no one is telling that part of the story. So if you ever wonder why I'm so compassionate about it, because I have to go to her grave, which means the pictures, and dig through her body and get the information and share it with you. It's mentally exhausting to look at someone so young, so beautiful, in the prime of her life, shot down like a dog on the damn street. While everybody put RIP, I'm sitting up here trying to do something, and I'm tagging police, and I'm tagging other things, and I'm sharing numbers and everything you can. If you've seen something, I try to make y'all see a lot of things that no one is doing. Now, you don't have to worry about it. Once God removed me from this situation, y'all can be on your own. You don't have to worry about me doing these videos, and that's a lot, because I know me. I care about my little baby sisters. They're not perfect, and obviously y'all know I'm not. Sometimes I have to take an L. A lot of times they don't want to listen, and I get it because they're young. They've probably been hurt so bad so many times. People have betrayed them, so they don't want to hear it, and I get it. You know, and the thing about it is it becomes very problematic. Even when the young one comes for me and reads me and all this stuff like that, but no one's doing the work. But you complain to the person who's doing the work. It is more than just press and play. You have to do a lot of journalism. And I try to share this with you. I'm not going to, sure it may not be a happy page, but at the end of the day, it keeps you alive and aware. And the thing about it is, I'm only one person, and I do the best I could do. And that's the reason why I put black transgender woman, because I feel like they are the target being murdered. And if I don't put black transgender woman, then maybe she won't go to that site and click on it and say, this is a black girl, listen what this black girl's saying. So sometimes you got to do it that way just to get the message out to make sure she could live another day and so she could come home to her family. Anyway, like I said before, comment below. At the top there's the Instagram button. If you follow me, I'll follow you back. Let me know how you feel about this video. And I love you. And thank you for watching. Catch the rain.
Alright, now come on, Raven, let's go on Instagram. Woo! Like I said before, subscribe to my channel. At the top there's the Instagram button. If you follow me, I'll follow you back.
How do you feel about this video? Does this video give you an idea why I put black transgender women? I do not want to exclude anyone, but I know my target has to be the black transgender woman only because we're being murdered. And I have to let her know to be safe. I want her to live and have a beautiful life. Share this video everywhere you can to keep your sisters alive.
Love you. Love you.